Hello, welcome back to our channel, Favy Inspirational Hub. You can subscribe, like, share, comment, and turn on your notification bell so that you will get updated. Thank you.
Calling this a mentoring moment because this is the kind of things that a mentor would share with mentees. But because you all are so special to me, I'm going to share with all of y'all, okay? How to do something like this. I want to first of all talk to you a little bit about why you need to write. And how myself I had to overcome the mentality of an oppressed person. It's very rare for an oppressed person, historically, to feel confident enough to document their ideas. And the reason is because oppression takes away from you your self-worth. So you feel like you're not worth anything. That spills over into your thoughts. If you're not worth anything, then your thoughts are not worth anything. Your ideas are not important. And so your conclusion is, and I'm showing you these pictures because I've written, there's over 67 books that I've written. We count about 57 of them because the extras are manuals that I wrote. But these are some of the languages we are in. This is in Afrikaans. This is in Italian. We have 62 languages now. And that's important because your books are able to be universally transferred. And I'll talk a little bit about that. This is Spanish. Our largest market right now for books are Spanish-speaking people, which is exciting to me. And we have also here Portuguese. And so we have books in all these different languages. Now, one of the reasons why you yourself have not felt confident enough to write a book is because of your past. Who wants to listen to you? Who wants to read what you think? And that spirit comes from your past. We always think that other people should write. I grew up with an even more difficult mentality, and that is only the oppressor could write a book. All the books that we were given access to growing up as a kid were written by Europeans. All the characters in those books for children had names like Mary and Jane and John. And the names didn't register to us because we didn't have those kind of names. And the stories were, Mary had a little dog, and the dog had a name, and they would clean the dog and feed the dog. And the stories about kids, having a puppy that was a good puppy. And we didn't have no poodles to play with. We were poor. So even the stories didn't make sense to us. Then there was a book that came into my life as a kid, and all of us had to read it in school. And the book was called Topsy. Topsy was a story about a black boy and girl that fell out of the sky. And they had, these drawings of two black kids falling out of the sky. And the story was about these two kids who came out of nowhere. Interesting story. And that left an impression on my mind. And I didn't understand the purpose for the story until a little later. The story was intent to explain to us as black kids that we didn't come from nowhere. We just fell out of the sky. Keep in mind now, the colonial oppressors, they cut us off from our heritage in Africa. So they didn't want you to even know you came from anywhere. Because where there is no history and heritage, there's no value. And that was 4 years old, 5 years old, that was the book all kids had to read. You came from the sky. I bring that up because I want to show you how powerful books are. They are ideas containers. A book is an idea container. It transmits ideas. And I want to begin to talk from that perspective. One of the things I thought was interesting too is that the oppressor made sure that your parents could not read. That's because books contain ideas. And the goal was you maintain oppression by the maintenance of ignorance. Remember that the word knowledge in Hebrew is the same word as light. Light. The word in the Hebrew for ignorance is the word darkness. So if you want to keep a person in the dark, you make sure they never get light. Light is what? Knowledge. So the way you maintain oppression is you maintain darkness. So you've heard this said before, if you want to hide something from someone, you put it in a book. That is true, because having a book is useless if you cannot read it. So writing a book is not just writing a book. It's the transmission of light. I have received, I guess by now, maybe, I don't know, over a million responses to my books. I could say that for sure, maybe 2 million, but I'll just say 1 million. Where people have written me from countries I've never been to, in places that I have never seen with my eyes, and they have written me and said, your book changed my life.